received body-worn camera footage confirming tips received. The district director's safety and security is the abusive bully who weaponizes police to enact his whims as if he were the local lord of the land. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear from the Duke of Sumner himself.
So I called McCurdy about this.
Right.
This
is this area? This area?
Yeah.
But is this
coming this way?
No. Is this
area
area
with Antifa? What the hell are you doing here?
Is this?
So he's been a complete asshole.
Oh yeah. This
Total asshole. He hasn't identified. But my point is that he should be identifying who he is, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know if he's who he is.
Yeah.
Hell, he could be with Antifa. Ass here, good. He doesn't just get to walk in. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know if he's Antifa or who he is.
Now, so
he's just an ass.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's you speaking that he's referring to. And what about in this building? Do you support Constitution in this building?
So I don't have any comments for you today.
And what can only be described as a liberty-hating hold my beer moment for the district and city, a rights-violating power couple heard the call of true tyranny and leapt into action. Paul, do you have any comment about what happened? Hey everyone, I am free. It's May 22nd, 2024. I am in the city of Sumner, Pierce County, Washington State. I am here with Bill of Mr. Veteran. He has been helping take to task the Sumner-Bonney Lake School District in the city of Sumner because they just cannot help themselves in continuously working arduously to violate the liberties of the public and citizen journalists. So we're going here, now that my trespass has been rescinded, to go and seek redress of grievances, to petition the school board with that grievance, and just make sure that complaint is heard and that the people understand the bad things that are happening here in Sumner at the Sumner-Bonney Lake School District. So I want to ask real quick, first of all, go to Mr. Veteran's channel, like, share, and subscribe, show him some love, let him know that you support his activism, his citizen journalism, that he's getting out here with his feet on the street, just like I am, so that we can try to make a change. I appreciate it, Bill.
My pleasure.
So that we can try to make a change and get these rights violators to stop violating rights and just adhere to the Constitution and the liberties that we all possess. Did you want to say anything, Bill?
No, I just I guess I just like to say thanks for letting me tag along, and I appreciate the help. And
absolutely. Well, and thanks for helping. So a big thing here is making sure that when we're done, Bill and I are going to depart in his vehicle. Last time he was here, or maybe it was 2 times. Was it 1 time ago or 2 times ago?
2 times ago.
2 times ago. Some employee of either the city or the school district followed Bill back to his vehicle, and there's a concern, if I understand correctly, Bill, that that person may have gotten with the police department, unless that person was a police officer, and ran the plate and started doing different things like that, which of course is absolutely not allowed. Unless there is some reason to run somebody, you shouldn't be getting into their information. That's just ridiculous. Is it lawful for a police officer to do it? Yes. Should they be running those plates to try to get this information? Heck no, they shouldn't be doing that. So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight. So you ready to head on over, Bill?
Ready to head on over.
Let's do it.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
So what is your deal?
What do you mean? What's my deal?
No, just So last time.
Yes, ma'am.
You were referring. No, I might have had you mixed up with somebody else.
Probably not.
Well, no, there was a gentleman that showed up one day a few months ago.
In a mask?
No, I don't think he had a mask on, but he was wandering through the building.
Mm-hmm.
And so that wasn't you. So.
Well, that was me.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yay.
Yeah, I was here working on a story.
So, gosh, I'd love to know your story.
Well, actually, you can follow it on YouTube if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's constitutional activism. First Amendment. First Amendment guarantees.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Most people freak out at that. Most people freak out at that.
Well, because I have not seen you before, I didn't even, because I'm thinking,
Is the board meeting down that one?
Yeah, board meetings.
Yeah, I see the changes.
Yeah.
That, the sign in. So when you were saying when,
So what they do is they'll set up
wow, right to the table.
right to the table, and then they make you sign in right here.
Wow, look at this, guys. So
And then-
ever since a journalist had the gall to come in and work on a story regarding records requests and transparency, they now, according to Mr. Veteran, they end up taking those stanchions, moving them over here, and cutting it off. And you have to come in, sign in over there, and then you can go about. That is just crazy. This is paid for by the people, and this is the kind of response you get right here. This is
What's even
absolutely
worse is they got this. You have to even clear the Ring doorbell, which isn't really a Ring. And I mean, I can't imagine how much that thing costs.
yeah. So now they got the Ring doorbell. So are you saying that when you come up, you have to basically show ID before you get in the building?
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, I think they said they record it and they keep it on here. This will be part of the records request, I guess.
That's crazy.
You're telling me.
Hello. How are you guys?
Good, how you doing?
How are you?
Doing outstanding.
Air Force ROTC.
Air Force ROTC.
Yep.
Very good, very good.
Yep, from Bonnie Lake High School.
Bonnie Lake High School. Well done.
Afternoon.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Hey everyone, that image is of a #1 favorite employee of the Sumner-Bonney Lake School District, none other than Brian Scheerer, Director of Athletics and Security for the district. You may remember him from fan favorites such as I Think I'm in Charge, but I'll learn the Liberty lesson later.
Excuse me.
No.
I'm talking right now.
And the #1 chart-topping song, He's Such an A-Hole, I See Antifa Terrorists Everywhere, by Director Scheerer himself. Fun fact, everyone, this chart-topping song was done impromptu while on the job as captured by police officer body-worn camera from Officer Matt Watson of the Sumner Police Department.
So I called McCurdy about this.
Right.
This
Is
the
this area?
asshole
This
who
area?
was up at-
Yeah. But is this?
he coming this way?
No. Is this
So he's
area?
with Antifa? What the hell are you doing here?
Is this?
So he's been a complete asshole.
Oh yeah. This
Total asshole. He hasn't identified. But my point is that he should be identifying who he is, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know if he's who he is.
Yeah.
Hell, he could be with Antifa. Ass here, good. He doesn't just get to walk in. I don't know. Seriously, I
So
don't
he's
know
been
if
told
he's
he's
Antifa
trespassing
or
the
who he
property
is.
now, so
He's just an ass. But
You ready for the board meeting?
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
It's a fun board meeting. Celebrations.
It's always a celebration with freedom at a board meeting.
Absolutely.
Always.
I agree. Sir Matt. One of the great things about living in our country, right?
That is correct.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I did have a question for you. Do you know with Officer Watson if that contract was actually signed now by the district to officially make him a school resource officer? So I did the public records request the day that I was here last in December. The contract hadn't actually been signed.
Okay.
Has that been done since then?
Yeah, you'd have to follow up with the superintendent's office on that.
I'll go ask him too. I mean, I would imagine he's probably aware of that. Hey, Officer
I'll do
Watson.
my best.
Quick question: do the city and the district sign
I'm gonna grab my water. Sorry.
SRO contract? Are
You'll have
you
to-
actually an
you'll have
SRO?
to talk to my admin for any interviews.
You're not aware of it?
I'm not going to give any interviews today. Sorry, man.
Okay. Any reason you don't want to talk to the press?
Yep, I'm not allowed to without permission.
Oh. Wow. Is that from the chief?
What's that?
Is that from the chief?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a staff complaint. Your staff is complicit in keeping the person I'm trying to identify, trying to keep his identity secret, assumed to cover up nefarious activities. So I keep asking who this guy is. No one knows who he is.
Well, I would, what I would suggest is to actually send an email to all of the school board members with the superintendent, and you make that complaint to the superintendent with a copy of all of the.
Yeah, but you said make what complaint against who? I don't like. You have to have a proper noun.
Well, you have a name now. You say it's Keith.
Well, it might be Keith. But
Bill's talking about an issue where a person who followed him to his car.
What's this fella's name right here?
That's Keith.
Keith who? He won't answer who he is.
We have the Mountain View.
So how are you doing tonight?
I'm very well. Do you know what Keith's last name is?
I do. So, Bill, what's your last name?
I don't answer questions.
Oh, okay. We're just talking.
We are.
So I thought we were just talking.
We are.
Are we not talking? Are you? So you're filming me? You're filming me?
What's Keith's name?
So you're filming me? I'm just asking. I thought we were having a conversation.
We are having a conversation.
Okay. Well, it's nice to talk to you.
Do my business. I start walking out to the car. And I mean, there's this guy lurking around the bushes being this creeper. I'm just like, what the fuck? The Sumner School District sent someone out to follow me to my car, take pictures and document it, report back to the school, and I'm assuming, my assumption is that they they involved the police in some way and ran reports and did database queries, which is entirely illegal.
Well, I don't have a clue.
Well, we don't know, right? We don't know, and I'd ask.
That's what the public.
Then that's exactly correct. But I tell you what really makes me say there's smoke or there's fire where there's smoke is no one tells me what this guy's name is. I say, hey, what's this guy's staff member's name?
I will say they're pretty protective of the staff. Sometimes we even have a tough time.
Well, but that's not okay. You still have to, if you're a public servant, you still got to wear badges. I mean, you talk about badging in and technology. You can badge in and...
Was he wearing a badge?
No.
So are you sure he was a school employee?
Is not being identified by anyone at the district or the city, and obviously someone here knows who that person is, but they're just simply not providing that name, which would make it a heck of a lot easier to actually do public records requests at that point. But they're just being obstinate. There's nothing else to it. Paul, do you have any comment about what happened at school district transportation? Saying that their kids don't feel safe and that their kids are continuously being beaten, bullied, harassed, and are terrified.
I think our communications director could share a number of the different things that are happening in the district to address safety and making sure people feel safe at school. I'm here as a parent in the school district.
Sure, I get that. I mean, you're here though, it's a public meeting. Do you have any comment about that? There was an enormous amount of buses present. I specifically went there to see how many were there while the buses were out.
I'm here as a parent in the school district.
Is there no comment about that? It seems like the communications director does an awful lot of load bearing at the school district.
If you have questions, you can reach out to the communications director. It's my understanding you have not made any efforts to do that.
Do you have any comments about parents having done that and been stymied by an unwillingness on behalf of the PIO to provide any information of value? There is a Facebook page, sir. It's called Stop Bethel Bullying, and it's extremely bad outlooks for the school district.
All right. At this time, we're going to move into audience comments. David, would you like to kick that off for us?
Absolutely. As we move into audience comment portion of the meeting, the board recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of involving members of the public in its meetings. Comments from the public are taken under board advisement and may or may not receive action at future meetings. Topics including charges or complaints against employees, employment or dismissal of personnel, acquisition of real estate, lawyer-client relationships, campaigning, and parameters for negotiations should not be discussed in audience comments. Other information, questions, or problems can usually be addressed by district staff. The audience comment period will end when all registered speakers have been heard. We ask that everyone adhere and understand the following guidelines. In order to maintain respect for all points of view, the school board requests no clapping, booing, or any other form of support or non-support be used. The board will not respond to comments, but will take them under advisement. Speakers should be courteous, professional. Refrain from using profanity, vulgar language, threatening or defamatory comments. As a reminder, individuals are not permitted to name a specific staff member, board member, or student during public comments. Failure to do so may result in the board president or designee interrupting or ending the comment. Speakers who registered by noon, Tuesday, May 21st, will be heard. If you're providing in-person public comment when your name is called, please come up to the podium and state your name. Please address your comments to the school board as a whole, and you will have 3 minutes to speak. I will signal speakers with the bell when 1 minute remains. Our first public comment tonight is Philip Loit.
Good evening. I'm a journalist with Inland Auditing Media, following up on an incident that occurred December 12, 2023. I was working on a story regarding public records requests and tips regarding poor behavior from public servants. The people were not left wanting long. In what can only be described as a liberty-hating hold my beer moment for the district and city, a rights-violating power couple heard the call of true tyranny and leapt into action. The power couple was none other than the Director of Safety and Security for the district and a police officer, Matt Watson, from the Sumner Police Department. Fun fact, Officer Watson was a school resource officer 2 days after I did my public records request, not at the time I was there. As seen on the Inland Auditing Media YouTube channel, the Director of Security and Safety had me unlawfully trespassed by Officer Watson under threat of violence. In a March 15th statement from the district, one of the assistant superintendents contradicted the actions of both the director and Watson, stating I was never trespassed. It's an untrue statement as evidenced by video footage and is a poor attempt at avoiding liability on behalf of the district and city. After I was unlawfully trespassed, I received body-worn camera footage confirming tips received. The district director of safety and security is the abusive bully who weaponizes police to enact his whims as if he were the local lord of the land. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear from the Duke of Sumner himself.
So I called McCurry about this.
Right.
This
Is this
asshole.
area? Yeah. But is this? No. Is this area?
With Antifa? What the hell are you doing here?
Is this?
So he's been a complete asshole.
Oh yeah.
Total asshole. He hasn't identified. But my point is that he should be identifying who he is, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know if he's who he is. Hell, he could be with Antifa. He doesn't just get to walk in. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know if he's Antifa or who he
A
is.
local ex-parody account from the Twitter of the director of campus safety and security from 9 years ago speaks out as the ghost of Scheerer past, highlighting the director's glowing personality to this very day. I hate football. I have a rare disease known as little man
As a
syndrome.
reminder, you are not allowed to...
Daily thought number one, I love my job even if
comment.
the entire school hates my guts. I enjoy doing everything I can to ensure safety. Though I unequivocally support the director's liberty of free speech to call me what he did, he violated policy 5012, and I attempted to get a hold of the school to enact the procedure found in that. And that was rebuked and completely not acted upon since then. Since school district officials have refused to address the horrible
Topics
policy
including charges or complaints against employees,
violating behavior on camera, I'm now asking the board to act in accordance with board policy and move to compel this issue to be resolved directly between and by myself and Mr. Scheerer.
Thank you.
Will the board do so, or are the rules only for the pauper class to be lorded over by the Duke of Sumner and His Majesty's Council?
Thank you. Our first public comment tonight is Philip Loit.
Good evening. I'm a journalist with Inland Auditing Media, following up on an incident that occurred December 12, 2023. Working on a story regarding public records requests and tips regarding poor behavior for public servants. The people were not left wanting long. What can only be described as a liberty-hating hold my beer moment for the district and city, a rights-violating power couple heard the call of true tyranny and leapt into action. The power couple was none other than the Director of Safety and Security for the district and a police officer, Matt Watson, from the Sumner Police Department. Fun fact,
You ran away.
Watson was a school resource officer 2 days after I did my public.
Ooh, that doesn't look good, Brian.
As seen on the Inland Auditing Media YouTube channel, the Director of Security and Safety having unlawfully trespassed by Officer Watson is a threat of violence. In a March 15th statement from the district, one of the assistant superintendents contradicted the actions of both the director and Watson, stating I was meant to trespass. It's an untrue statement, as evidenced by video footage, and is a poor attempt at avoiding liability on behalf of the district and city. After I was unlawfully trespassed, I received body-worn camera footage confirming tips received. The district director of safety and security is the abusive bully who weaponizes police and acts as witnesses, even the local lord of the land. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear from the Duke of Sumner himself.
As a reminder, speakers should be courteous and professional, avoid profanity, vulgar language, and are not permitted to talk
You
about
hear that?
employment
That's
matters.
you speaking that he's referring to.
Not permitted to name a specific staff or board member.
Yeah, that's right. They're not allowed to say your name.
A local ex-parody account, formerly Twitter, of the director of campus safety and security from 9 years ago speaks out to the ghost of Scheerer past, highlighting the director's glowing personality to this very day. I hate football. I have a rare disease known as little man.
As a reminder, you are not allowed to
Daily
name
thought number one.
staff
I love my
members or
job.
comment.
The entire school hates my guts. I enjoy doing everything I can to ensure safety. Though I unequivocally support the director's liberty of free speech to call me what he did, he violated policy 5012, and I attempted to get a hold of the school to enact procedure found in that. And that was rebuked and completely not acted upon since then. Since school district officials have refused to address
Thank you. Topics including charges or complaints against employees, employment dismissal may not be discussed. Thank you very much. I'm going to end your comment. Our next audience comment will be Mr. Veteran. Thank you.
Will the board do so, or are the rules only for the pauper class?
So our next audience comment is Mr.
His
Veteran.
Majesty's Council.
Thank you.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
I'd like to yield my time to my good friend Steve.
Actually, I'm going to need your comment because you cannot mention the topics including charges or complaints against employees, employment, or dismissal of personnel. Mr. Veteran?
That's not what it is. It's me explaining something that happened on body-worn camera footage of a police officer when this district abused my liberties as a member of the press. That's what happened.
Go ahead and close this comment. Thank you.
There you go.
What you got? Yeah, gotcha. What you got?
I'd like to yield my time to my good friend Steve.
Actually, I'm going to need your comment because you cannot mention the topics including charges or complaints against employees, employment, or dismissal of personnel. Mr. Veteran?
That's not what it is. It's me explaining something that happened on body-worn camera footage of a police officer when this district abused my liberties as a member of the press. That's what happened.
Go ahead and close this comment. Thank you.
Well, there you go. That's how tyranny works.
Okay, our next audience comment is Terry McCoy.
Any comment from the power couple over here?
No comment.
No comment on violating rights and working together to try
We're
to
going to continue our meeting,
infringe on
please.
liberties?
Thank you.
Nothing? No. Officer Watson, any comment on how you in fact did trespass me that day and then straight up lied about it? Lied. You actually lied.
You need to talk to my
And
chief.
then
Go talk to my chief.
you had your power couple fun moment with Brian Scheerer there when you guys were snuck off to the side and recording everything that you did.
So I called McCurdy about this.
Right.
This
Is
the
this area?
asshole
This area?
who's
Yeah. But is this?
coming this way?
No. Is this
So he's
area?
with Antifa? What the hell are you doing here?
Is this?
So he's been a complete asshole.
Oh yeah. This
Total asshole. He hasn't identified. But my point is that he should be identifying who he is, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know if he's who he is.
Yeah.
Hell, he could be with Antifa. Ass here, good. He doesn't just get to walk in. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know if he's Antifa
trespassing
or
the
who
property
he is.
now, so
He's just an ass.
Yeah.
What happened? You just let it fly. You could have acted like a professional police officer, but you chose not to do so. You just let it all fly. You didn't say, hey, maybe we should stop and think about this. No, it's because, as you said that day, you're trespassed forever. Forever. And then what happens? It gets rescinded. Why? Because you broke the law. You did not do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to uphold your oath to the Constitution to defend it, even if you don't like me. And it's totally fine that you don't like me. It's totally fine that Mr. Scheerer doesn't like me. But what you don't get to do, which is why that trespass was rescinded, is act like a liberty violating maniac and attempt to violate someone's liberties for the remainder of their life.
You guys want to talk? Can you please just
We're out
get the
in the corridor.
We hear everything that's going on.
Close the door. So, Officer Watson, why did you violate my liberties that day?
I'm gonna go to the restroom, bud. You can't come in here.
Oh, he's hiding in the bathroom.
Wow.
No way.
Jeez.
Hiding in the bathroom.
That's ridiculous.
Jeez.
That's ridiculous. And you guys just saw what happened. The school board attempted, in fact, they did. I mean, I finished my speech, but they absolutely are not interested in listening to facts. Hey, Brian, so what was up with all the comments? What was up with that? I mean, and look, don't get me wrong. I truly do. I support your free speech to be able to not like me.
Don't forget your bag sitting by the recycle bin.
But
I need to get through here.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
You're blocking my entrance.
What's going on with that, Brian? Why would you act so poorly? I mean, you totally violated board policy. Why did you do that, Brian? Wow. So there's the director of safety and security for the district. Absolutely, as I mentioned before, I support wholeheartedly his ability to use derogatory terms as long as he's not at work violating board policy. But that was his angle. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to violate liberties, and this power couple of rights violating and tyranny loving government employees could not stay away from the cake. They had to keep going. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that's really it here. I mean, the public comment phase has closed. They are not accepting any more comments. You can see the nervousness on their face. I was literally playing the body-worn camera footage from Sumner police officer Matt Watson, and you could tell Lori Dent, the superintendent, and a couple of the board members had no idea about this. Yet, when I asked them to actually follow board policy and specifically the procedure, it's number 5012, what did they do? Nope, not interested in doing it. Why? Because they are all complicit in this rights violation. It's absolutely absurd. So that's really all there is here today. Did you have any other insights or anything, Mr. Veteran?
No, I just, shit, I'm happy to be here.
Well, yeah. Hey, it was really great being here with you. Thanks for the help. Teaming up. This is actually my first team up with anybody. Mr. Veteran has been a subscriber of my channel for quite some time, and he actually came out and followed up after my unlawful trespass from here back on December 12th here.
Can I come in there? No. Don't be mad. Freedom's a great thing. It's dangerous, right? Cameras everywhere. And who's this? He won't identify himself.
That is Brian Scheerer.
And what does he do here? He said he was the director of...
Can we take this outside?
Yeah, we can.
Because he's not supposed to be in here.
Why is he not supposed to be in here? It's a public place, isn't it?
So, let me talk to you real quick.
Sure.
School him, Sergeant. School him. So my friend Steve stopped by, and you spoke with Steve, and some sad things happened. Have you got any comment on that?
No comments.
Can you tell me about the First Amendment?
I don't have any comments.
You don't have any comment on the First Amendment? Do you teach the First Amendment here at the school?
Sir, I don't have any comments.
What about the Fourth Amendment? I can see that they want me to sign in here, which is also a Fourth Amendment violation. I can see you're wearing some West Point gear. That's pretty cool. So I assume you're a supporter of the Constitution?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And what about in this building? Do you support the Constitution in this building?
So I don't have any comments for you today. So do you have a purpose for your...
Oh, I certainly do. Well, they're making it up as they go along, actually. But I mean, you know, that's part of the story. Of course, that's central to the story. But that's okay. We'll publish this online, right beside his last embarrassment. They haven't learned anything, Sergeant. They haven't learned. They hate freedom.
And took it to him. He was not sitting back and letting this fly. He saw the liberty violations. He saw how terrible the district was behaving, and he said, I'm not going to let that go. I'm going to come out and report on it myself. He was really filling the gap because I couldn't come back, of course, because as you guys know, they unlawfully trespassed me. However, here we are, triumphant victory, my return, because that was an unlawful...
Free Steve!
That was an unlawful trespass. All right, guys. Well, that's Mr. Veteran and I. We're done here tonight. Thanks for your support. Like I said, make sure you go to Mr. Veteran's channel. Please like, share, and subscribe there. Please like, share, and subscribe at my channel. Hit that all notifications bell so you get my stories right when they release. You can follow me on X, formerly Twitter, at I.A.M. Auditing, on Facebook, Inland Auditing Media. And if you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you can do so by going to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Look at that. I got holes in my shoes. That's how hard I've been working for you, folks. All right, that's it for tonight. See you guys at the next story. Bye.